I think everyone who's anti-CCP should go down to that university and protest. We should get a public piano, go down there and bring down our Taiwan flags, our federal state of China flag. We should go down there and protest.
Are you going to Taiwan? Is Taiwan a part of China? Tripod?
Yeah, have you signed at reception?
Do I need to sign at reception?
You have to do site safety brief
To do a what, sorry?
for using tripod.
Oh,
You can film.
yeah. So just if I just sort of move the tripod like this,
Yeah.
and then I can film, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what do you have to do to use a tripod?
No, because it's safety related. If you leave it on
Yeah,
the floor,
yeah.
if you don't do site safety brief, if somebody trip on it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I had no idea.
Yeah. But by that, it's all good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You good? Yeah?
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Thank you. What's the difference, like, in standing here with it or putting it on a tripod? So I'm here with Brendan again at the piano.
Yeah,
He's
I'm here
got
with
his
Winnie the Pooh.
Free China t-shirt, and I've got my lovely Taiwan flag.
How do we say this?
This says 西包子. Can you say
Okay.
西包子?
Xi Baozi.
Yep, it means
Xi Baozi.
it's Xi Jinping's nickname that he really hates. He can't stand it.
Really?
Yeah, he
Let's
can't
say it
stand
again.
it.
How do you say it?
Xi Baozi.
Xi Baozi.
Xi Baozi.
Xi Baozi.
Yeah, he can't stand it.
All
And-
right, see, he watches this regularly.
Yeah, so I've been at University College London, UCL, today asking some students, because there was a professor there who got suspended because she was teaching a class with Chinese students, and she was speaking about modern slavery in China, and one of the students didn't like it, complained. She got suspended from the course. She's no longer allowed to teach that course, and they're actually amending the course's material to go in line with what the Chinese student wants. What do you think about that?
Well, I would question, is the CCP in any form giving money to that college or university? That's what I would like to find, because if you're giving money to an institution, you've got some influence. Obviously, this is cancel culture, completely unacceptable. If there is modern slavery in China, I think we should know about it. But the fact that the Chinese students can complain and have a professor thrown out shows that there is definitely CCP influence. And I think we need to investigate what is the funding that the CCP gives to these institutions. I mean, I really want to ask that question,
The
because
Confucius Institute,
the
perhaps?
Confucius Institute, and also, for example, even with the Vatican. I've just found out that the Vatican have a deal with the Chinese Communist
Really?
Party. Yes, because in China, they've turned it into the Catholic Patriotic Church, and they've said that only the Chinese government can choose the bishops, and the Pope has agreed.
What?
The Pope has agreed for
What?
for Gigi, it's an atheistic. Get this,
Yeah,
right?
it's an atheist country,
Because I'm Catholic, I'm kind of interested in this issue. But because allowing an atheistic regime to choose the bishops of your church.
Yeah.
But apparently, the word on the street is that the CCP are giving a wadload of cash to the Vatican Bank, which is so money talks.
Yeah.
Professors walk. So what is the influence? What is the money that is going into the university from the CCP? That, of course, it's outrageous.
I'm glad you mentioned that, though, because there are 25% of the students at that university are Chinese, and they pay a hell of a lot more money than what a domestic student would pay. So, a domestic student, a British student will pay $9,000.
Okay.
Chinese student, up to 40
Okay,
grand.
and often they come from very privileged CCP families. I know that from the little pinks we met over here. They come from rich
Like
families.
Newton.
We know Newton's dad is the mayor of Dalian.
Stop touching her! Don't touch her!
And we know they all come from rich families, from the high echelons of the CCP. So they come over here, they throw their weight around, they're paying lots of money to the universities, and the universities kowtow to the money. It's disgraceful, and I wonder are the British security services tracing this money coming into the UK and tracing where it's going to?
Yeah.
What is happening with MI5 and MI6? We know there's several well-known spies in the UK. We all know who they are. One of them was in our video.
What's her name again? Christine Lee.
Christine Lee and her associates, and there's several others who people have told me about.
Yeah.
The security services know who they are, but obviously the money is coming in from China, and when the money comes in, the mouth stays shut, and that's where it's at.
So it seems money
talks,
money
baby.
can buy people off.
Absolutely.
Academic freedom doesn't mean anything.
There's no such thing. Where money comes into it, academic freedom goes out the window. I think everyone who's anti-CCP should go down to that university and protest.
Yep.
Probably there's quite a lot of little pinks in the student body there who've
they've definitely been compromised in some way.
we should get a public piano, go down there and bring down our Taiwan flags, our federal state of China flag. We should go down there and protest. This is outrageous that this is happening in English territory. These people come over here, the Chinese CCP little pinks come over here, and they want to establish Chinese rule in England. It's ridiculous.
I know, it's crazy, man. They just bring their crap to our country, basically.
And expect us to obey. Expect us to obey.
Stop touching her! Don't touch her!
Would you go there if I was to organise getting maybe not a piano, but we could definitely bring a keyboard?
I would bring a if we could have a musical element to it. I mean, I've been invited. The thing is, if I went to every single political protest
I know.
that I was invited to, I'd turn into like a political act. I mean,
That's what you're turning into anyway, Brendan.
I don't want. I'm just being myself. I've just been dragged in. The Matrix has just dragged me into it. I mean, I'm not doing it deliberately, right? But it's just I speak as I find, right? If you could get a keyboard, I would come down there, and if we could get a few anti-little pinks, anti-CCP, I would come down.
I'll be there.
So long as I could make a little bit of music out of it and we could make a good video, I would certainly come down. And also, I would like to have a bit of a confrontation with these people who organise this boycotting of the professor. Who are these students? Let them come out and stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
I think it's a disgrace. We should be standing up for academic freedom. I come from an academic background, but I never heard of this before. But it seems like there's so many Chinese CCP little pinks now in English universities. The universities have become dependent on the money because,
That's the main problem,
as you said, number one, the Chinese pay exorbitant student fees, and secondly, there could also be a kickback from the Confucius Institute or from the CCP itself. So their money is curtailing academic freedom, and when it gets to actually sacking professors, it's having a human cost. That's where it's gone too far. So I would come down, provided we had some sort of music there.
So apparently the professor has been feeling pretty suicidal.
You're joking?
I'm not joking.
Is it a male or female?
It's a female. Her name's Michelle Shipworth, but I don't know her personally. But
I mean, what's the story with her? Has she been suspended temporarily?
I think she's been suspended from teaching the course, and now they're saying that she's anti-Chinese. And get this, right? Get this.
You are joking.
In the past, she caught 2 Chinese students cheating, and now they're using that against her to say that she's anti-China.
And you know what? What I've noticed is that the Chinese, when they come up, the CCP, by this, I'm not talking about all Chinese.
You can't generalize,
I'm talking about when people think I'm not anti-Chinese, as you well know. Okay, I love the Chinese people. We're talking about, when I talk about the Chinese in the context of this interview, I'm talking about the CCP, Little Pinks, and the Communist Party. Okay. The fact that a professor is suicidal is for me absolutely outrageous. I'm outraged, and that this should happen on British soil. I'm just incandescent, and the fact that they're throwing around the race card. From what I've heard, sometimes these CCP are the most racist people ever when you go to China, right?
Mate,
I've heard stories about...
I've got some stories.
I've heard, but they come over here, they weaponise political correctness, and they're the first person to say, oh, you're racist.
Yeah.
It's an absolute joke. We've lost we need to grow a pair as a British society.
Sometimes we're too accepting.
We need to grow a pair. This is unacceptable.
But at the same time, we don't need to go down the same route as the CCP, for example.
Absolutely not.
Be authoritarian.
Absolutely not. I mean, but clearly the university has kowtowed to financial pressure from the Chinese students and from perhaps the CCP and the Confucius Institute.
Yeah.
And I think, this should be front page of the newspapers. But no one cares.
No, it's had a couple of articles. One in the Telegraph, couple on some smaller news.
And what's the name of the
agencies.
professor?
Michelle Shipworth.
Okay, Michelle Shipworth, if you see this, come down to the piano. I know you're probably not in the mood for coming down to the piano, and I can understand if your career has been hijacked and it's your whole life. I can understand where you're coming from. But, you know, if you come down here, I think you'll find a lot of support from people, you know. You need to come down amongst like-minded people who understand the CCP cancel culture. Okay, come down here and let's get the media involved. Let's get on Piers Morgan. You know, I don't care if you don't like him, right? let's get on there and let's cause this should be in the media. The university needs to be shamed.
Yeah.
Like we shamed YouTube into keeping up the video.
Yeah, and it works.
You know, because sometimes it gets so big, the thing gets so big that we better back down.
Yeah.
The way to get to rectify this is publicity. I know probably the professor doesn't want that, and I understand if she's in a bad place. But to be honest, if you actually publicise this, the university will back down.
I think she's keen to get it more out there, to be honest with you, because she did make it public. That's why it's
Professor
been
Michelle.
reported. Yeah, Michelle Shipworth.
Michelle, come down here or contact Lewis, and we will come down and support you. Because you need like-minded people to help you. I know what it's like. And what this needs is publicity. The more publicity it gets, the more the university is shamed. Okay?
Yep.
So we need to publicise this, and the media needs to get on board with this.
Excellent. Well, thanks for answering that for me,
right.
Brendan. Just one more thing, just while we're here. So, are you going to Taiwan?
Look, I had a long.
I've got to get you on camera now.
I had a long conversation. I'm not going to Taiwan. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
no.
I'm not going to. I might go to America though.
America?
We might go to America. Yeah. There's a few anti-CCP things going on in America, and it's not me. It's my family. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to upset my family. I would go to Taiwan. But I've got.
Not just do it in secret.
Be a bit different. Hello, Lorraine. I'm off to Taiwan.
5 days. 5 days. You can think of an excuse.
I would go, right. If I'm not a singleton. I've got commitments. And I would definitely. It's not myself. I have to consider the feelings of my other half and whatever. But I would definitely go to America. I thought let's compromise. So there is some pretty interesting things going on there.
All right. So keep your eye out on Brendan's channel. I guess.
We could go to America, but also check out Twitter. I've started. I haven't been on Twitter for about 10 years. I had a Twitter account. There was like 0 subscribers on. I just looked at it 2 days ago, and there was 10,000 people on there.
What?
So I just started posting a couple of days ago, and now it's gone up to 15,000.
Okay.
So all the Chinese stuff that I'm doing, I'm putting on Twitter. It's at BrenCav on Twitter, at Bren, B-R-E-N-K.
Okay.
So if you're interested in my Chinese anti-CCP activism, go to Twitter, because I'm going to put it on there.
X, as it's called now.
X, yeah. So go to Twitter, at BrenCav. Check out there if you're on X.
And I'm going to plug myself on your video. Please go to Free China to check out my content.
Yeah, Lewis
CCP.
is a great guy, absolutely genuine guy, very, very supportive during Pianogate, and I rely on him for his insight into Taiwanese culture and Chinese culture. He's actually lived there, knows the people, knows the culture, and as I said, has been very supportive during the whole Pianogate. And so subscribe to Free China. God bless Lewis. He's a sound guy.
Thanks, Brendan.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
That's all right, man.
Awesome. I'm joined with a lovely couple from Taiwan, and I just wanted to ask you guys, it's quite an easy question.
All right.
Is Taiwan a part of China?
Certainly not.
Okay. And what would you say to somebody who said that Taiwan is a part of China?
It's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah?
It represented invasion, and it's certainly not agreed by all Taiwanese.
Okay, so I've got Brendan playing the piano finally. I'd just like to say thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye for now.
Name week, she doesn't know you, so sorry. I thought you were big. All right.
it down. All this crazy down from the movies.